Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel. You guys, we are going to do the June wrap-up. I had to think about what month we're in right now. Today is July 13th. It is Saturday afternoon, and we are going to record the June wrap-up 13 days into July because this is the first chance I've had to do it. Yay! It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Before we even begin, let's do just a quick little bit of housekeeping and ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, because you guys, this is a booktube channel full of bookish goodness and book stuff. So if you like to talk about books, if you like to listen to someone ramble about books, this is the channel for you. So subscribe to Sandy Says Read and let's dive in. All right. So for the month of June, you guys might have noticed that we didn't do as much bookish stuff as we typically do. That's all right. We're getting back on track here. We're getting back on track. But let's talk about what we did in June. Let's wrap up the month of June. You guys, June is a big birthday month in my life. Okay, there's a lot of birthday stuff that happens in June. If you're a Duranie, you know how important the month of June is for Duran birthdays, especially because Nick Rhodes' birthday is June 8th, and then Dom Brown's birthday is June 14th, and then John Taylor's birthday is June 20th. And you guys, we're going to talk a little bit about something awesome that I did for June 20th. My birthday and Barry Manilow's, we celebrate in the month of June. Then George Michael's birthday, we celebrate on June 25th. And Cricket, my little bird, Cricket, she had her sweet 16 on June 27th. So there's a lot of birthday stuff happening during the month of June. And I could use that as the excuse for having less stuff done here on the channel. I could use that as the excuse, but that would not be totally honest. So I'm not going to lie to you guys and tell you, oh, it's because of birthday stuff that I didn't get everything done here. No, I just got distracted by a lot of other things in life. Birthdays were part of it, but yeah, no, there's just a lot going on in life. Okay, so what I did on June 20th. Okay, to celebrate John Taylor's birthday, I released for pre-order my Duran Duran book. Ta-da! I think I've mentioned it to you guys here on this channel. I think I mentioned to you guys that I was doing a Duran Duran book. If you subscribe to my newsletter, which I highly recommend, if you subscribe to my newsletter, then you got to see the front cover. The ebook front cover is nicer than the print front cover. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Anyway, it's still a nice cover though, right? Let's get the glare off of it. Because you know, here at Sandy Says Read, there's always a glare. I'll get the glare off of it so you can see the front cover. Okay, this is 100 Things Duran Duran fans should know and do during this life. Yay! I know it is as crazy as it sounds. It is just a crazy, fun, sometimes irreverent book about Duran fandom. This is my like ode to being a Duranie. Okay, and it's funny and it's crazy and it's whimsical. It's just a fun thing. Like if you're a Duranie or if you're like married to, coupled with a Duranie, this is the book for that person. Okay. Cause it's just silly, right? Okay. So on the 20th, I released it for pre-order. So the ebook is, is available for pre-order right now. Anywhere that you get your ebooks, those ebook platforms. You guys, the print pre-order is like in process. Holy crap. You can see that it is available in print, right? See, like I'm holding a print copy in my hand. This is not a mirage. This is real. I'm struggling with the print platforms like Barnes and Noble and Amazon and all those things to make the pre-order happen. Ugh. One of those things that was happening in June, right? Okay, so anyway, the official launch of this is August 10th. And if you're a Duranie, you know why that's important, right? Okay, so on August 10th, this will be available, like officially launched. You can buy this everywhere. It's just the pre-order, I think, is giving us some fits right now. Anyway, this is not a biography. It is not official. In fact, it says totally unauthorized, only for fun. Okay, there you go. enough of that. This is not a commercial, you guys. I'm just excited about it. Okay, I've been a Durrani for 40 years. This is exciting and fun and great. I enjoy it very much, getting that thing done and out the door. Just fighting with some of the powers that be at the moment. What else happened in June? For the May wrap up, if y'all remember, I was talking about the Petals of Haiku anthology, which probably has a glare on it. Yeah, there we go. The Petals of Haiku. This anthology was released right at the end of May, right there at the end. And I think it was like the last day of May, right. If we look back at the May wrap up, we would be able to tell when this was released. Anyway, right there in the first week of June, the editor, Gabriella, let us all know, all of us contributors, she let us know that this thing was like a #1 bestseller on like a bunch of lists in a couple different countries, like in Japan, Germany, United States. So you guys, I get to say that I'm a like best-selling poet, international best-selling poet. It's, everyone in this anthology gets to say that. And that's awesome. That is great. That's amazing. Okay. As an indie published author and a self-published author, none of the publishing companies, none of the publishing houses that I've worked with have like huge distribution channels. Okay. So to have anything go to like bestseller status is huge. Okay. It's huge. It's amazing. So this was a huge thing that happened in June. So during the month of June, this thing became a best-selling anthology internationally. And so now I get to say that, and that's amazing. That's huge and bizarre. Anyway, so now I get to say on all of the poetry stuff that I release in the future that I'm an international best-selling poet. I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch, right? But I get to say that in my marketing, which is cool because I also, in the month of June, released or got to press a poetry gift book. And this thing, it's a poetry gift book on like grief, like getting through grief, healing through grief, basically. So I released this. It's called Take All the Time You Need. And I've got it in a hardcover version and a paperback version because I don't anticipate people would be buying this for themselves, but would be purchasing it to like give it to someone who's going through like a period of grief, of loss, of sadness. And so there's like the cheap version that maybe you would buy for yourself, but then I put it together in like a hardcover version that's lovely and has like 4-color stuff inside. And it's just, I just took a lot of time to make it look nice, right? And hardcover. But the powers that be set the prices on that, and it's insanely expensive. It's like $25 for that, okay? But if it's a gift for someone, I don't know if people would pay that or not, but it's available. It's the paperback version should be available right now. I should know this since I'm the one who put it together, right? But the powers that be don't always play nicely. Like what I see on a screen doesn't mean that it's true. Those should be available. By the time I get this video uploaded, I'll put a link in the drop-down box. So if they're actually available, y'all will know because there'll be a link in the drop-down box. If they're not actually available, there'll be no link. It just means that what I can see on my screen is not truth. How's that? That's how it is in publishing. So now let's talk about books on this BookTube channel. I mean, these are obviously books, but other people's books. Let's talk about other people's books. Books I read in the month of June. Books I read to bring to all of you out there in BookTube land. Books I read in June included Days of Darkness by Stephen Zimmer. We read that one. It's like a horror novel, right? And it was the first full-length novel in his Hellscapes series. He does a lot of short stories in his Hellscapes series. This one was a full-length novel. We read that. I brought you that review. And then we interviewed Stephen about that during his book tour for it. Stephen's interview was also brought to you during the month of June. Also, in the month of June, I read 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson. I read that one as part of my clock reading challenge. You know, I've been kind of been falling down on getting some of these reading challenges taken care of, right? So I read 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson. You guys might remember back during Christmas time, Christmas 2023, I read a novella series, novella set that had 3 novellas in it. And Maureen Johnson had the one that I enjoyed the most in that set. So when I was looking for some content to use for my clock reading challenge this year, I saw her name come up with a title that had a number in it, right? I'm like, I'm going to get that one, see if I enjoy her like full length stuff as much as I enjoyed that novella from her. And I did. I enjoyed 9 Liars. I'm going to be bringing that review to you guys this month, if I remember to upload it. What else? During June, I started reading a dragon book for the Dragon Reading Challenge, and I could not get very far in that one, and that was not the fault of the story. The font in the book, the type size was so small that I couldn't read it, and I'm not lying to you. I'm just telling you, it was so small. I was having trouble reading it. It was frustrating to me. And because of that, I was having a bad experience reading the story, and I stopped. I put it down because of that. And that's the craziest thing in the world. But I think because I'm ancient and my eyes have gotten worse the past couple of years, I just became frustrated and I had to put the book down. And I think that's silly, but that is the experience I had. So that dragon book, I had to put it down. There we go. Okay, stuff that we posted in June. Let's see, I posted the Return of the Mothman review, and then we did Michael Nost's live stream. In case that wasn't just obvious, Michael Nost is the author of Return of the Mothman. Okay, so then we interviewed Michael here on the live stream on June 6th. I posted the Days of Darkness review. We interviewed Stephen. I posted the review for The Willing, the Wounded, and the Wizard by J. Patrick Lamar. And I think I posted the review of Duranalysis by Morgan Richter during the month of June. I know I read the book further back, but like in May. And that was it for the month of June, you guys. I'm telling you, the month of June was just a little bit chaotic, a bit crazy. I mean, I managed to stay alive. I'm still here. But yeah, things have been just a little chaotic. We're getting through. It's going to be fine. I'm going to bring you some more books here in the month of July. I mean, July is already half over, right? We're at the 13th, but it's going to be fine. I've got more stuff coming for you. I'm about to go to the Imaginarium convention up in Louisville. And at that convention, I'm sure I will be able to bring you some content and talk to you about books and authors and cool stuff that I'm learning there. So that'll be good. Thumbs up for that. So thumbs up for getting through the month of June, staying alive, all that good stuff. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please do that and click the bell notification icon so that you're notified each time I bring you something new here, especially because next weekend, whenever I get this video uploaded for you guys, when I get to Louisville, I'm sure I'll be bringing you guys some content from the Imaginarium convention. All kinds of creative stuff happens there, and you don't want to miss that. So thank you so much for tuning in.